Yo, you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, man. John Switch, the great one, not the fake one, man. Today we got another one, man. Big interview. We got one of Jersey's hottest, one of the Jersey princesses of the rap game, man. And one of the queens, man. Deja, Destinee. How you feeling, sis?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. I'm great.
I know
Tell
that's
the
right.
people about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, my name is Deja Destinee, aka Big Dej. You feel me? Little body, but the energy is big. Period. Okay.
Yep.
I'm originally from the Bronx, New York, but I was raised here in Newark. And yeah, like I'm a singer, rapper, a ghostwriter. And yeah, we get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So how would you describe your music to the people?
I would say that my music is bossy, it's confident, it's money making music. It's for both females and men as well. I got a lot of male day ones, so I love
Mm,
that they be rocking with me too.
okay.
But it's like sultry, and then I also have a lot of songs where I'm doing R&B, or where I'm doing a little bit of pop too. So you could get a mixture of everything.
Yeah, I seen that. On My Way is definitely one of my favorite songs by yours.
Really?
On Cat.
That's
Uh,
fire.
that's
Yo,
my
that is so crazy. On My Way is like so old, like especially to me because I wrote
mm,
it before, like way before we released it too. So
damn.
I love when people still be streaming it. That's
Yeah,
fire.
nah, that's one of the ones that you got for you gotta repost that on the page or something. Let the people hear that one on the gram. Repost
Say
that
no
one.
more. Say no
Facts.
more.
So, what got you into music?
Well, my family is in music. My father is a hip hop legend. So just from, watching him and walking in those footsteps, it's like I feel like it was in the DNA, you know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
was in my blood. I've been doing music since I was like 10 years old. And my mom, she was like heavy momager, you know what I'm saying? So she would always have me doing different auditions, going here, going there, performing different places, modeling, acting, just doing all types of different things, like to kind of, I feel like, prepare me for now, and everything just kind of aligned throughout my life.
Mhm. Who your dad, if you don't mind me asking? You say he a hip hop legend.
Yes, Raheem from Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five. So don't push me,
Damn.
cause
Okay.
I'm close to the edge. Yeah.
Damn. Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
you automatically in history.
Yes, it's in the bloodline. So I was blessed
Mhm.
to be able to have a father that has done all of this already, so he could always, when it comes to the business aspect of things, when it comes to contracts and stuff like that, outside of the lawyer, my father and my mom they play a big role. It don't matter how grown I am, I'm always call them because they've
Yeah.
done this before, you know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
getting that insight from people who have been there, done that is the best. So, and I get that at home, so that's fire.
Okay. Speaking of that, are you signed? Are you looking for a deal?
Mhm. I'm not signed. I'm currently an independent artist. I don't have any management. I built my team, or I built my team over the past 4 or 5 years.
Mhm.
So I have, a team of an engineer who any song he did on my way, any song that you have heard released, my engineer has recorded me on it and mostly produced a lot of it too. But I have producers, shout out Jazz, shout out Shali, and we got dancers. The studio is set up, ready to go. Like we
Mhm.
got everything, hair, nails. I got custom everything, custom outfits and shit like that. So we ready to go
Yep.
whenever niggas is ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You got a stylist? You
I
seeing
have
these
a
fits?
I have a designer, so I guess you could call him a stylist too, but he makes all of my outfits custom. Like we go and we pick things together.
Mhm.
His name is Mason Moran, and I say his name in a lot of my songs too. But yeah, so he makes my clothes custom, or I style myself. I'm not really big on having other people dress me and stuff like that, because I be
Yeah.
real particular about how I look in certain things, what looks good on my body and stuff. And now I done gained about 12 pounds. I'm kind of feeling myself a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta go shopping again.
Okay. Yep, that's what's up. So how is that independent grind though? And how long you been on it?
Well, I mm, From independent, okay, let me see. Because I've been signed in terms of having single deals before with like Universal Records and things like that.
Mm,
But actually, being signed, that wasn't something that I really was comfortable with at first. So I really wasn't ever trying to look to be signed until recently when I started realizing like what's what and everything. But my biggest thing is that I didn't want to be locked into a contract and have to owe so much money and then be like, what if my project don't sell that much, or what if this doesn't happen? And it was just a lot of what ifs in my brain. But then I started to realize that you gotta kind of have that machine behind you, because it's hard to compete
mm,
with people that they've spent $1 million on promo. Of course you're gonna see that person everywhere that you turn, you know what I'm saying? So you
yeah.
need that bag behind you.
So how long you been rapping and making music?
I've been making music, my own music, probably since I was like 15.
Mm.
I started as an R&B singer, and then I transitioned into rap, I want to say maybe like maybe like 3 years ago. I had like a spine surgery, and I had to like relearn how to walk. And at that point, once all of that happened, I woke up and I just was like, I want to rap today.
Oh,
And
okay.
I just started rapping. Like, so it transitioned from R&B to hip hop. But yeah, I've always been writing and everything like that too.
And then now you got the mixture of both in your music because I'm seeing the new things you've been dropping, the new songs you're doing both in there. So
Yes. Yeah,
mhm,
that was really important to me, to showcase the fact that I'm able to sing and rap. Because even though, like, for example, you love On My Way, but a lot of people who just have been introduced to me, they wouldn't know that song. A lot of people that have just been introduced, they only know that I rap. So that
mm,
was real important to me to showcase both, so that new people that, is just now coming across me, they able to also see that, nah, we sing too. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? I guess in my bag.
we got both. So now what's the creating process like for you?
I go in the studio and I just write. It usually take me maybe, hey, on a good day, if I'm like really, really feeling the music, it could take me like 20 minutes to write the song. Sometimes it'll take me 30 minutes to an hour. But yeah, I go based off of whatever the music tells me to say and whatever the vibe of the music is, and I just go with it. I don't have people in the studio with me or nothing like that. I don't really like a lot of people in my space when I'm creating, and I'm not too comfortable messing up around people either. So
Yeah.
uh, so I'm like, you could come and you could hear it after I record it and tell me if it's fire. And you could sit in the studio and do that. But
Hmm.
I've also I had to learn to like accept people coming in and out of your session sometime. So only if you giving input. I don't be liking people just sitting there not saying nothing, not, you know what I'm saying? Not giving
Staring,
no feedback. You just quiet as hell. I don't be liking that.
sitting there scrolling.
Yeah, like, is my song boring to you, or
Yeah,
what's that? What's
I don't
tea?
like that either. That's a common theme lately. People not having a lot of people in the studio with them.
Yeah, I mean, because what are you really there for? It's different if it's like you and all of your friends and shit, and y'all really in there catching a vibe, and you writing about the vibes that y'all catching and the mood that it's putting you in and stuff like that. That's what that's really supposed to be for. It's not just supposed to be for people to just be there.
Yeah.
But nowadays they do have you streaming your sessions and stuff like that, which I'm gonna start doing real soon, because I
Mm,
feel like that creative process, people be so interested in how it happens, like, and
definitely.
then being able to be there essentially as, somebody that supports you. They're like, oh snap, like I was on the live or whatever, or on the stream when she made that song. So I feel like I definitely got to tap into the streaming stuff.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good thing to do. I like that right there because I used to definitely watch Quando Rondo shits when he used to be in the studio. Because not too many people do that.
Yeah.
Now going back to your team, did you build your team or did your manager, or do you
I
have even have a manager?
No, I don't have a manager, but I built my team. Just everybody on my team is either family, longtime friends, or people that God and the universe have put into my life to help push everything forward. Like my videographer team, or I should say video production team, they came at the right time. Like everything just aligned itself. So yeah, it took me time to build the team that I have, but I love my team, and they really, really be showing out for me a lot. So shout out
Mm-hmm.
to y'all.
And
Period.
now we can see on your page going through like when you performing on the when you just performed on the phone outside, and then the
Yeah.
blackout room, the red room. You a natural performer, and you got this like superstar glow already. Where did that come from? Who
I,
inspired that?
well, I'm inspired greatly by Beyonce, and it might be cliche, but I be feeling like I was the first Beyonce fan ever.
Mm-hmm.
But
No,
for
but you can see
real.
that by the way you be performing for real. Like you, mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's I study her, like I really do. I study her. I take the time out even when I was younger, like to have the mind. I feel like to have the mindset that I had when I was younger, I knew that this is what I was gonna do forever. Like I've always had a passion for it. Like I was watching this little documentary about Beyonce, and she was saying how her father had her on the treadmill singing
Mm-hmm.
at the same time to help build her stamina and help, regulate her voice while she's
Yeah,
dancing and stuff like that. I told my mother, I'm like, yo, we need a treadmill. You got to get me on a treadmill so I could start like singing
yeah,
and running at the same time. She like, no, we going to Branchbrook Park and we going to run around the park and you sing while you run around the park. So
mm-hmm.
that kind of conditioned me. And then, putting me in choreography, I've had a lot of situations where I was going to be working with labels. So just my upbringing has been a lot of artist development. So I'm really developed as an artist. It's not a situation where I'm coming in and I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to do. I don't know how to perform. Like when I get on the stage, that's my happy place. And I like to command the stage. I like everybody attention. And I like for you to be quiet while I'm rapping, unless you want to rap the lyrics along with me. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yep, definitely. Now, how important was it have well, how much did it mean to you having a strong back and like you said, your mom helped taking you to the park and singing and stuff like that? How much did that mean to you?
Yeah, that was amazing. You know how many people don't have that support, how many people's parents and stuff hate on the fact that they want to do music and they don't even see it as a career, and that goes back to the fact that I was able to be blessed with the father that I have and my mom being able to see that lifestyle and the type of money that you could make it and the places that you can go making music. So she's never hated on the fact that I had a dream. She's never also push that narrative on me. My father hasn't either. Nobody never said, "Oh, you're gonna be a singer," or "Oh, you're gonna be a rapper." Like, no, nobody never said that to me. Everybody was just like, "Listen." And my mom told me mad times, in the event that you wake up one day and you do not want to do this, tell me because I'm putting a lot of money into developing you and just getting all of this stuff together, studio time when I was younger and all of that stuff. So she like just let me know. And I haven't gotten to that point. I mean now I'm grown, so she don't pay for none of my stuff, but still.
Yeah, I feel that. But now, like you said before, being with that, how your mom supports you, your family supports you, versus how you said people will come in the studio and they'll just be scrolling. How you feel about the support in New Jersey right now to the music scene?
I definitely feel like the support in Jersey is trash. It's basura, it's garbage, throw in the garbage. When I perform and stuff like that, I so much rather now to perform in New York. Just because like I that's where all of my music has been just growing and growing and growing. So if that's
Yeah,
where it's growing, why wouldn't I go there to showcase my talent? And when I
yeah,
do perform out here, it's cool, but I feel like Jersey is very clicky. New York is too, but Jersey is clicky in the sense of if my cousin rap or if my homeboy from my hood or my homegirl from my hood rap or whatever, I'm gonna pop out to go and see them perform, and then after they perform, I'm leaving. That's
yeah.
it, and that's all. You know what I'm saying? It's not we hear because we want to hear new artists or because we just love music so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Mhm.
that element is not there. It's just I don't know. I don't know. It's like a piece that's missing.
I'm glad you keeping it real because
Yeah.
we had this on here before, and someone was trying to tell me that it's there, and I'm like, it's not there because I
No.
think, like I said before, we had a scene already. We had Bruce Springsteen, Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah,
Mhm.
Redman. Like, what do you think happened to the music scene?
Right.
What do you think happened to
Everything.
it? Like,
I
where
feel
what
like
happened?
it all went to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, I mean, I feel like it all went to somewhere else. 'Cause, I mean, I feel like it all went to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. How you think we could bring that back though? Like, how are we gonna get like like I got this platform. I'm trying to bring the support back. I'm trying to
Yeah.
put the Jersey artists in their face. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
what do you think it is that we could do differently? Maybe is it because it's another thing like a lot of the Jersey artists ain't getting on songs together. You think that could play
That's
a
true
part in it?
too. That is definitely true. You don't hear a lot of features. I know myself. I don't have. I probably I have a feature with Crutch Calhoun.
Mm,
I got, and that's called My Baby. That's been out for a while, but that song is fire too. Shout out Crutch. I also got a feature with R&B Hunter. Um, a couple of people, but not like not all Jersey artists. One,
yeah,
and also not any of like my peers that it's like, okay, you lit, we lit, let's go ahead and get on this song. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like,
Like how Atlanta could, like how they'll all
mhm.
jump on the tape together.
Exactly.
Like, cause now
Exactly.
I'm peeping. I didn't even know we had this many ladies in Jersey that rap.
Yeah, it's
Like
a
we could
lot.
have a ladies tape, we could have a drill tape, we could have a pain tape. Like we really got that many different artists. So
Yeah.
nobody can say the Jersey music scene ain't big and that it ain't popping because we really do
Yeah.
got
That's a
some hot
fact.
talent if you scroll through the page.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure what it is, but I'm here to restore it and I'm supporting everybody. You know what I mean?
Period.
But like you said, you performing in New York. So what's your favorite song to perform?
I love to perform MMM.
Mm-hmm.
And my song She Her. They love She Her so bad. Oh, they love that song down. I like to perform that song though because it's just like fun. And they know the words too. So like when they know the words to the song, it's
Mm-hmm.
so much more fun. It's like, okay, I remember the first time I even peeped that they knew the words. I'm like, I came there by myself. It was just me and my girlfriend. So I knew I didn't have like none of my friends or nothing with me in the audience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hearing like 20, 30 people like, let me eat. I'm about to eat. I'm like, what? So that was mad fire. And every
Mm-hmm.
time that I perform, I give that same energy. And then MMM is just my energy when I perform that song. It's just real big. It's real confident. It's just money making music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where did you come up with that? Because that's your own slogan. You're the only one I'm hearing say that. That's your thing right now. Nobody else could claim that money making music. That's Deja's
Yes.
Destinee thing. Where did you come up with that?
I don't know. It was in my head when I heard the song or when I heard the beat. That's just what came to
Mhm.
my brain. Like I write in order of how the song goes. So of course I wrote, the first verse first, and it just fit the beat. Like I'm making money because I'm making money making music. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Mhm.
Like that's just so fire to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that. Because it's how somebody always got like how Rick Ross got the lady saying that Maybach music, shit like
Yeah.
that. Everybody got their own certain stamp. That shit stamp. I fuck with that
Yeah.
right there. That was creative. So now
Thank
like
you.
that, like where did this creativeness come from? Like, if you have a writer's block, what could you do to go in there and make a song? Are you forcing it, or how could?
I used to try to force it, like, and it would piss me off because I'm big on let me hurry up and get this done, and I'm also big on timing myself when I write and stuff like that. Like I try to because when you get in a booth and you get in a studio with bigger artists, a lot of the times it's like they expect you to already have everything already done. First time hearing the beat, you already done. So
Mm,
I try to make sure that I'm pacing myself. So when
mm,
I did get stuck previously, it used to piss me off and I would sit there until my engineer was like, yo, like you're bugging. We can go to a different song. Like we could just move on to a different song or whatever, or pick a different beat. Or if you're just not feeling it tonight, fuck it. We could just sit here, we could smoke, we could talk. Like me, him, and my girlfriend, we just be sitting there chilling,
mm.
smoking. That's one of the things that definitely put me back in my zone too. I gotta have the vibes in the studio with me. I
Little
don't
bit of
have
za.
people, but I got the za and I got my Don Julio. Okay.
Mm,
Yes.
two key things. That's the
Yes.
essentials.
It is
Studio
the essentials.
essentials. Mm,
Hmm.
that's crazy. So now, like you said, you've been with some of the bigger artists. What's some of the bigger artists you got some collabs with?
I can't talk about the ones that I already have only because they have not come out yet. And it's what can I say? I can't talk about those yet.
Okay.
But I could talk about like who I'm like writing for and stuff like that. Like Lay Banks. I've did placements for Rihanna whenever if she ever puts out her album, I'll be able to see if
Mhm.
not we ever got selected for that. But I don't know if
Yeah,
she's ever gonna put anything out. So
yeah. Now I be seeing you on a lot of different platforms doing your thing. Is this you
yeah.
doing the networking and reaching out on your own?
Yeah, I would tell you my secret, but I can't. But but
Yeah, don't
yes,
put.
it's me. It's me. Just reaching out to platforms, explaining who I am. My
Yeah.
background and everything like that, and just genuinely being like, "Yo, I want
Mhm.
to. I want to be on your platform." And a lot of people that just respond back and be like, "Oh, hell yeah! Like you fired. Come on."
Yeah, and
So
that's the
I've
major.
been. That's a good thing. I definitely want to say thank you to everybody who has had me on a platform because I could say I counted last night. I've been on 10 platforms since the year began. So definitely just, I put myself on a big media run, um, or press tour, you could say, to kind of push this EP and it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Yeah, no, I like that because that's the one thing that made me always notice you. You consistent. Everything you
Thank
do
you.
is like you consistent. I always see you. You stay in the people's face, and that's what I be telling them. You got to stay in the people's face, and you one
For
of the ones
sure.
I always see whenever I open my Instagram.
Thank you.
hmm Now you running your own social media page because I know you said you got a team.
Yeah, I run my own social media page.
Okay. Now what about the bookings and features? Is that all you too?
Yep, that's me as well.
You ever get any trash features and you be like, nah, I can't hop on that? Like,
Yeah, yeah, a
yeah.
lot.
That's the thing.
A lot of the
Mm,
time. Like yeah, I'm not gonna I mean, if you paying a lot of money, I'll hop on there to make your song sound better. And I'll even like try to see if you want to switch a couple things around so we could really make the song a better song.
yeah.
But like if you already got the low budget and it's like the trash song, what can I do?
Uh-huh.
You know what I'm saying? I can
Mhm.
only do but so much. You gotta think about the fact that like I'm a fire artist, whether or not is I'm at a level of a Cardi or something like that. It doesn't matter because if you push the song and I got on the song, it's gonna be fire and it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. But you gotta do what you're supposed to do.
Mhm. Now, how you feel about freestyling? Can you freestyle?
I don't like to freestyle because I feel like when you freestyle, you think of whatever is on your head first. And I like to give you stuff that makes sense. I don't want to give you, excuse me, but remedial bars. You know what I'm saying? I
Mhm.
want it to be something that you could really hear, you could think about. So I don't really like to freestyle.
Now, being that you sing, I know you talented and smart. So, are you one of the rappers that feel like you kind of had to not in harsh terms, but dumb it down a little bit when you transition to rap?
Yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
Most definitely. I feel like, and it's gonna only continue to be that way until somebody comes out that kind of changes that narrative. But
Yeah.
it kind of is what it is. I feel like everything right now is just so anti-man, and it's just
Mhm.
fuck that nigga, pop. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just
How
a
you feel
lot.
about that? How you
I
feel about that?
I could listen to it when I'm going out, when I'm getting lit and everything like that, but that's not the music that I have on my phone. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? I'm an R&B girl. I listen to R&B, so I
Yeah.
don't really be wanting to hear all of that.
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't
Now,
knock nobody because everything that you do is for you. You know what I'm saying? And if you making money doing what you're doing, that means that you're doing something right. But it's just not my cup of tea.
okay, now let's get into this, right? You said you grown, so I know you probably had maybe, I'm not sure, but have you had a boyfriend in the past while you making music? And if you did, how does he feel about you like being in the studio sometimes, maybe collabing with different guys or saying certain things on the song? Do we get tender or
Well, I've been in a relationship with a woman for 9 years now.
oh
About to
okay.
be 10 in September. And she comes with me everywhere. She comes to every single studio session that I have
Mm-hmm.
with any other artist. She's always with me. When I go out and everything like that, she's always with me. And it's not to, be hovering or try to see what's going
Yeah.
on or nothing. It's just because that's wifey and I love bringing her everywhere and I love her energy, and she loves music, so it
Okay.
works.
She ghostwrite for you. She be throwing some lyrics in there for you.
No, I don't have nobody write for me. Let me just throw that out there right now.
Uh
One
huh.
thing that I do not play about is my publishing. So I don't let nobody write for me. I've never had a writer before. I've had people try to ask me if they could write for me, and I will respectfully decline. It does depend on if you come to me with like a song that has a hook or something like that, and you like, okay, like here you go, just do verses on it. I might consider doing that, but writing a whole song for me is completely a dub.
Yeah.
Not
Mm.
gonna happen.
Do you got any artists from Jersey that you want to work with?
It's a it's a lot of artists from Jersey that I would like to work with. Curly Jen, I love me some Curly. We always see each other out. We perform in the same places multiple times, but we don't have any music together. So I feel like that
Mm.
would be a fire collab for sure.
Yeah.
Who else? Oh, I do have a collab with Sunny Breeze though.
Mm.
That's kind of that song is fire. It's like a drill, Jersey drill type of song. That one
Okay.
is fire.
Mm.
And who else would I want to work with? And Damn Girl too. I like the ladies, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Now I didn't see you rapping on club beats, all different type of beats. You was rapping outside in the cold. How was that experience? Cause I seen you was out there rapping on the club beat already, right? And then now it's literal breath coming from your mouth. You can see the smoke leaving your mouth. It's freezing out there. How did you feel out there doing that?
You know what? I'm so conditioned to do stuff like this. Like
Mm-hmm.
I'll say I'm cold. I try not to complain about it too much, but I'll
Uh-huh.
say that I'm cold one or two times, and then once the camera comes on and it's time to go, I'm trained to go, so I don't pay it no attention. But then
Okay.
as soon as I'm done, I'll be like, let's go, get me out of here, because I'm always cold. So
Yeah.
shooting in the cold is really crazy for me, but
Yeah.
I be holding it down though.
Now what's more important to you, being universal or the performance?
Hmm. I don't know. That's a good
Because you got a
question.
little bit of both.
You
Well, not a
said
little bit of both, but you got both. So which
you
one do you?
saying what's important to me, like like who I am as an artist,
Yeah.
being universal or
Mhm.
performing.
Or sticking to one thing so you can have your performance factor.
I think that being universal is always gonna be the best thing. I mean, my me being a performer, it doesn't matter what type of song that I'm performing. I'm gonna give the same type of energy every
Uh-huh.
time. So I think that being a universal artist, if you want to go somewhere, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because I could be a performer and only perform right here, you
Yeah.
know. But if you universal, that means that your music is reaching all types of different people, all different genres and everything like that. So I'd rather be that.
Hmm. Now, can we expect the R&B tape soon? Is the R&B fully retired, or can we hear some more like "On My Way" soon?
It's not fully retired. I definitely be thinking about it sometime. I don't know when I'm gonna drop a R&B project again. I really don't. But I definitely think about it a lot. So who knows? It might come sooner rather than later. I don't know.
Now you probably got a whole new fan base.
I do. I do have a whole new fan base, but they like the fact that I can sing and rap. They like the singing, and I do have a lot of supporters that send me messages like, "Yo, like, why are you not singing no more? Like, what's going on? I wanted more of the artist seduction." So, supply and demand, I'll at
Yeah.
some point that'll be something that I do again. But for right now, I'm gonna stick to more. I want to say pop type music, incorporating the rap as well, and just keeping that blend nice, like a Doja.
Yeah, I feel that. So now, what's your favorite time? Like, are you going to the store on a Sat? You're not going to the store on a Saturday morning, right? What's your favorite time of the day to create music, like and write?
Me and
Are
my
you
friends
writing
just
before
talking
the
about
stew
this.
at all?
Huh?
Are you writing before you get to the studio at all, or
No,
you
most
just?
of the time I don't, but sometimes it depends. If I heard something, like if I hear a beat before I get into the studio and I'm like, oh, I really like this, and something comes to mind immediately, then I'll write before I get there. But it probably won't be the full song. I'll probably just do like the first verse or maybe the chorus, and then I'll write everything else at the studio. I don't know. Something about the studio just put me in that mode.
Hmm.
Mm.
How you feel about paying for features?
If it's worth it, I don't mind.
Yeah.
It just gotta be something that makes sense. Like I'm big on numbers, so I'm a look you up, look up your stats and everything like that, and see. Of course, if you paying for something, nothing. I'm gonna expect something in return. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm paying
Yeah.
for a feature, I'm gonna expect your numbers to be straight. That way, it could benefit me as well. So you gotta have more listeners than I do monthly. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And I don't just mean 100 more listeners. No, no, no. It got to be something that's significant that would really I would benefit from and you would benefit from as well. You know.
Yep. Now, what do you think brings more followers and more attraction to your page and your career? Doing the performances or going on the different platforms and showing your personality and things like that?
Um. I think that the platforms for me is just good for content, to
Mm-hmm.
have on my page. It doesn't in my experience with the platforms, I don't really get like followers from being on the platforms. And then a lot of platforms they also have like a lot of fake followers too. So I don't be really trying to inherit those because I took a long time to even get to where I am because I tried my hardest to keep everything, organic. Like I don't like nothing to be fake. I don't want to pay for followers and fake people. So everything's very organic. But yeah,
See, that's one thing about Hazy Visions, y'all. We don't pay for no followers, no likes, no none of
period.
that. Page started 3 weeks. We had 175K reach. We really doing it. Ain't no faking over
Yeah.
here. Don't let the followers fool you. Artists like you is what bring good attraction to the page, things like that. So now your dream collaboration, you can get one artist. Well, it's probably gonna be Beyonce. Is it gonna be Beyonce? Your dream collab?
It would either be Beyonce or Drake. I'm a huge Drake fan. I
Mm.
don't care about what happened. I'm a huge Drake fan. Like that's my boy. And a lot of just the adding the melodies to and the rap and blending that together. I feel like a lot of the reason that I'm able to do it so well is because I listened to him so much, being younger, just that's what I was listening to. So my ability to be able to blend the two, if you know how to sing, it might be easy for people who can sing and can rap.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's what helped me.
Okay. Now speaking of what happened with Drake, how you feel about when the girls in the big leagues right now rapping get into the beef? Like right now they beefing over the work who got dog on their name.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I'm a Cash Doll fan. So that is so funny. But I feel like it's petty. You know what I mean? It's petty. Like everybody, it's a name is just a name. You know what I'm saying? If you known as Cash Doll, she known as Asian Doll, whatever, and who the other one? Cuban Doll, whatever.
Cuban Dream,
Yeah, Dream,
like
like
8 dolls.
yeah, like I think that it kind of is what it is. And I don't know why it ended up turning into this like low key real beef. Like it is that's so extra to me because
Yeah,
it was
Asian.
corny over a name and they so riled up like that. Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Asian was talking about getting somebody shot and everything. That shit was crazy.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
she
saying. How do you feel about the rap beef with the girls? Like, you think it could always get that extreme? Because sometimes girls like, I mean, they take things a little too far. Sometimes, like we just said, Asian was trying to have some shout out. How you feel about rap? Do you think like the ladies should just come together, being that they already battling versus the men, or do you think that that's still the competitive nature in rap where that's gonna happen?
Yeah, I definitely think that in a perfect world, they will all come together. It would be fire music. We would all be happy. The fans and everybody would be happy. But I think that rap is a competitive sport. So if everybody your friend, you don't really want to compete with your friend, right? So
Yeah,
you gotta have somebody to kind of go back and forth with, and somebody that's gonna hate on you a little bit to give you that spunk to want to make some music talking your shit for real. Because
Mm-hmm.
if you talking about somebody invisible, it don't hit the same. You know, you gotta really have that going on for it to hit the way that you really want it to hit. And I think that that's just how rap is. Like, not even just with women, with men too. That's just how it goes. It's a
Yeah.
competitive sport.
Okay. Now, what can we expect from the rest of the year from you?
Man, expect me to be outside per usual. You know what's going on. Also just promoting my EP, Deja's Diary Volume 1. You know, just continuing to promote that. I'm just gonna be pushing and pushing that, performing. I'm trying
Mhm.
to put together a little couple city tour. So, you know, to kind of just get myself in different places. I'm pretty big in North Carolina, which is crazy. They have me on the radio like every single day in Greensboro, North Carolina.
That's
So I'm
that's tough.
really, yeah. So I'm gonna
Yeah.
put together some out there as well. I used to live out there after high school. I went there for college and then came back.
See, and I be telling people you don't gotta blow up out of Jersey. You could blow up in England, Montana, anywhere. You never
You
know.
know, when I
That's
look at my stats on Instagram, my it you know how you can see countries like who's
Mhm.
looking at you. My top country right above United States is Indonesia. Like
Mm.
how? How is
Yeah,
that even possible when most of my followers is all in the US, but that's Indonesia is what's looking at me. And the same thing on like my music is like Japan and it's just getting more and more international. So and I be telling my girlfriend all the time, wherever it blow up is wherever the fuck I'm going, okay?
exactly. Hell yeah, I feel that. Go where you love.
Uh-huh. You got
Mm-hmm.
to.
Definitely. Now, what's one song that you want everybody to listen to that would represent you right now? They had to go listen to one Deja Destinee song. What would it be?
Yes, go listen to MMM on Deja's Diary, Volume 1. MMM stands for Money Making Music. I'm getting money because I'm making money making music. And it's a
Mm-hmm.
thing. And if you making music too and you getting money, you know what I'm saying? MMM, period.
Yep, I feel that. We appreciate you for coming through.
Thank
We're
you for
going to check in
having
again
me.
before the end of the year. If you got another tape, we're going to jump on here again and promote that one.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for sure. I would love to. Again, thank you so much for having me. The platform is fire. Love the
Thank
conversation. And for everybody else that's watching, you know what I'm saying? Tap in. Support your boy, Hazie
you.
Visions. You know what's going
Yeah.
on. Big
You already
Dage.
know what it is. 120 to North. We already know.
Yeah.
Northwood. I be hearing your music.
Yep.
Like I said,
Exactly.
On My Way is my favorite. But she said MMM. So go listen to both.
Go listen. All right, go listen to both, period. The old and the new. We love that.
Yup. Need both.
And
It's
if
your
you
boy,
want a new
man.
version of On My Way, I'm sorry. But
Yeah,
my
you good.
song favorite on Deja's Diary is a similar On My Way.
That's what it is. There we go. It's your boy, man. John Switch, the great one, not the fake one. Deja Destiny. We'll be back, man. You already know what it is. Appreciate you for
Period.
stopping by once again. All love. You already know what it is.
Thank you.